Alright guys, welcome to the Corrupted Era Rank Up Survival Dungeon video. I've already done the first node and actually given the monsters their relics already, but is that such a bad thing? So biggest update from this video from the last one, because I've been posting fewer of these Rank Up Survival Dungeon videos, mostly because I can't record as much right now because of the situation, but also because for some of these dungeons where it doesn't change the older dungeons that they added for the generations before, the Cosmic, the OG, and the Corrupted, the enemies don't cycle for those dungeons. It's just the same exact enemies you're facing over and over, so there's not much of a difference. So there's no point in posting this team at the same level with the same relics and everything, way too much. But I feel like there's a good reason to post this one, because we got Sensei Pandaken to rank 2, and we were actually able to break him out once, so now he's at 123, which I've always loved, the breakout level of 123, because it's just, 1, 2, 3. So Broken Spirit. Oh yeah, and kind of funny, I don't know if there's a good Monster Legends Reddit I could be a part of, so I'm just on the Monster Legends wiki, and I did a poll on whether Cat Heron, which for those of you guys who don't know, PvP corrupted monster, old. She's got baby reversion. Some of you guys might recognize her as the monster who, for the Valentine's Day event, she was got hooked up with Lady Meow at the end of it. Yeah. And then she could do baby and stun and then healing to the whole team, but she would turn them all into babies, which it's one of those things that it's oh, you could say that's good strategy, but really it's just really not, because I guess the idea of that move would be quote unquote, hey, they're babies so they can't attack them and you get a free turn to heal. But the reality of it is, once you're it makes you lose a turn, right? So once you lose that turn, if they didn't already kill you because they had a Pierce monster, which in today's meta they probably had a Pierce monster, now they could just kill you. And funny thing, not related to anything, but I remember the three, or what I call tres gatos, Lady Meow, Ferretta, and Cat Heron, in their in the Era Saga where they're the final bosses. I remember she would always do that move where she turned all her allies into babies and gave them healing, and then it would turn Lady Meow into a baby, but then the game would almost just realize that she had dodge area, and then it would remove the baby and give her immunity to being turned into a baby. So I really still am not sure if that's a mechanic that they realized anything about, or if it's supposed to be that way or anything, but still. Anyways, and if you like that one, I think Mad Triarch is definitely the better version. I just went on about the three cats for an entire minute. Alright. But basically what I was trying to say is Mad Triarch is just a much better version of her in my opinion. Which, something that'll always just be weird to me, but at least I'm getting him to rank 3 so I can just justify it, is how cool the animations and such are for Sensei Pandaken. Because when he was made, it was back at a time where they didn't reboot every single legendary into Cosmics yet. They still had a lot of rebooted legendaries into Cosmics, like Eurosmic. That's the only one I can think of off the top of my head, and that's a good thing, So, so when he came out, and I think he was definitely, but I can't prove it, was the first mythical remake of a rare monster. I know now, they have right here Jasuna Kaori. She's a remake of an epic, and Rock Archdruid is a remake of an epic. And the reason the remakes for epics and rares are so uncommon is because there's only 8 rares and rares and epics for every single category. Because I remember I checked this when I was like a younger player on this game, and you just check through Monsterwood to read every monster because you think it's like the coolest thing ever, right? And I'm just sitting there, and then I'm like, something I'll always do is I'll go to like Metropolitan, and then I'll see how many water monsters were in that era and how many of them I have at like a good rank. So I did that with the rares and the epics, and there's a bit more for the epics. It's like 12 epics for each element, but for rares it's only like 8 or 9. 8, 9, or 7, and I think one of them had 3, but I might be tripping. So like a remake of a rare was always going to be, kind of cool, kind of like unexpected, but the fact that it was Pandaken, who in my mind might be like the most infamous rare monster, just because like he's a panda, people make Pandaken farms. He's like one of the first monsters you'll get, and the fact that he's a panda when like Pandoff, is that his name? Are you for real? Pandoff? I don't know, that feels kind of funny saying it out loud. And Pandoff is like the cover of the game, which, it's kind of, I feel like that could give someone the wrong idea about the game if like the cover of the game is a reference to another piece of media. Well, I mean, it's only popular in another piece of media. I mean, Gandalf did not come from like, I don't know if it's Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings, but it's one of the two. So he's gonna do, what is it, a sun? No, okay. I was about to say, is it a sunny day in hell? But that's his finisher name, not that move. So boom, regeneration. Pain Distiller is a great thing to have on him, at least for this, because like I've got decent healing, decent shielding, and if Mad Triarch needed to, she could revive on this team. But I've got no cleansing, so the closest you can get to cleansing is having healing and having torture removal. So it was just, in my mind, a great idea to have Sin Cleanser or Pain Distiller run on this Pandaken, Sensei Pandaken, and boom. I really don't know why they give him such cool animations. Like maybe because like that's one of the reboots that a lot of people are gonna find, because like even those people might not know about like Eurosmic when they start getting a bunch of mythics, everybody's gonna know who Pandaken is. So you might as well have like good designs there, because like I'm telling you, you only need to get one thing right for people to love you. Like this game might give us like trash monsters in every season other than the Blossom era. The Blossom era has been like packed with some pretty great monsters. Like off the top of my head, we've had 2 double deny. I'm not even gonna go over all the OP monsters in the Blossom era because that would be redundant. I feel like I've done that like 5 times already. Wait, and then just the Earth AoE should kill you all. Yeah. Oh, but yeah, but in like older eras, like I think the biggest season for it was the probably Metropolitan era and the Cosmic era. They were the only 2 eras I can think of where it was actually kind of maybe not balanced, but it wasn't super unbalanced. We weren't getting like a new Lord Nabotus and a new Madam Fusion every other weekend. You know, we were just getting some trash monsters, but whenever a fun monster would come out, I'd love it. So I didn't see any problem with it. But now we got like, oh my god, if these guys don't come out with an OP monster this month, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, it's insane the amount of like crazy monsters they release in a weekend these days. So eucalyptus flavor, I'm fairly certain I said that right. Boom. I don't know why you're running Kane's sword, but it works because you're like a very heal centered monster. Also, something that I feel like might have been just common knowledge that I didn't know was that Sensei Pandaken, he may have been the only, but if you ever say like something for sure, you'll end up being wrong. So I know he was one of the few rares that I could find who had like an AoE denial, which denial, depending on who you're talking to, people will tell you it's dead in the meta, but it's always going to be a powerful form of like stopping an enemy from going, right? And like he was one of the only ones with it, and he was like the easiest rare to get, so like I can see why he would have been so popular and such a pick for this kind of thing. You know what? I don't feel like doing the second team on this, right? I feel like, but I'll just replace her with whoever I'm gonna rank up after her. But genuinely, I don't know who I'm gonna rank up when she's gone. Chiao Long, maybe? I don't know. I feel like I don't get trash talk too often because people don't know that my Chiao Long is like rank 1 when I'm getting Weed Farmer to rank 1, like 3. But like, I don't know, he just feels like, I don't know, this is probably just me, but it always feels like such a bad monster to be ranking up because like, after you disable the entire team, if you can't instant kill them, or at least kill them with dots or do it relatively quick, I feel like he just kind of sits there, you know? And, you know, we've got monsters like Omnia, who will remove your positive effects, and then she'll give you, like, a damage boost, and then she'll turn transfer. Whereas he just, you know, he removes, but he doesn't add anything to it. Like, at least with Shadonia, she'll give you, like, a light hater, and she can cleanse from all her allies. Wow, we were very dead very fast. Alright, so just get some team healing in there. Boom, that kicks in. Okay, equal area, having dodge area. It rhymes, and it's also kind of bad for my plan, but eh. So she doesn't get frozen, but I don't think she has a team cleanse. She has Pumpko Seed Staff, though. That's going to be annoying to deal with. So the cicadas are yelling. You know, I actually found a cicada shell outside of my house. It was cool and scary because, like, I walked by it and I knew what it was because of a childhood show that I watched before, and like it mentioned what they were, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. And I was taking out the trash, and I go and I walk by it again, like, you know, I walk out the door to the trash, and then I use the same path back, and I scream because I completely forgot what it was, and I just thought it was like a giant grasshopper or something, which, you know, obviously cicadas are more scary than grasshoppers, but like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Boom, Saber Drizzle. Oof, kills my panda. Alright, I have to recharge. Really depends on how strong she is. I genuinely don't know. Oof, okay, you're strong, I believe it, Uncle. Okay, jeez. Saber Drizzle, no, it was enough to kill me. Alright then, there is another team I could just use after this, but I'll save you it. That's about it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like to support the video, to, you know, make my day, basically. Leave a comment and I will respond. Subscribe to join the Crab Army. We are nearing 50 subscribers, and once we do, we'll be able to overthrow a small country. So, looking forward to that. But that's about it. Your favorite Omni-Crab, signing out.